From a predator lioness who takes care of her baby antelope to a talking gorilla who mothers 2 kittens, these are 15 animals that adopted other animals. Number 15. Lioness and baby antelopes. Everyone knows that antelopes are one of the main items on the lion's menu, but nature works in mysterious ways, and there's no better proof of this than what happened at the Samburu National Reserve in Kenya in 2002. One lioness left wildlife experts stunned when she adopted not 1 but 2 newborn antelopes. When the lionesses adopted her first antelope calf, the animal behaviorists said she had probably mistaken it for a lion cub, but their theory fell through when the caring lioness showed full awareness of the calf's species and allowed its real mother to feed it before chasing her away. The lioness nursed her first baby antelope for 2 weeks, but unfortunately a hungry lion ate it as she slept. Soon after, the lioness began following herds of them. According to the lion experts, this is one extraordinarily maternal cat. Number 14. Tortoise and baby hippo. Meet Mzee and Owen, a giant tortoise and a baby hippopotamus who became the subject of media attention after forming one of the most unusual bonds of friendship in the animal kingdom. Owen was separated from his herd after the December 2004 tsunami and was brought to the Heller Park Rescue Center in Mombasa, Kenya. After it was swept away with its lost mother, the poor hippo was traumatized. It had to look for something to be a surrogate mother. Having no other hippos to interact with, Owen immediately bonded with tortoise Mzee, whose large shell and brown color probably reminded young Owen of an adult hippo. Number 13. Dalmatian and spotted lamb. This adorable black and white lamb, a cross between a purebred white Dorper lamb and a crossbred Dorper and Van Ruy, has a speckled coat and closely resembles that of a Dalmatian, so it's no wonder it was adopted by none other than an adult Dalmatian dog named Zoe. Julie Bolton of South Adelaide, Australia breeds Dalmatians, including 7-year-old Zoe, a gorgeous champion in dog show world. According to Julie, Zoe was the first one out of her litter and was always a little more forward than the others. That forwardness even translates to her breeding schedule. Zoe comes into heat regularly before the other female dogs, as if it provides she's number 1, and of course she happens to be an excellent mother. Number 12. Whales and a deformed dolphin. In 2011, behavioral ecologists Alexander Wilson and Jens Kreuzer of the Karlsruhe Institute of Freshwater Ecology and Inland Fisheries in Germany were surprised to discover that a group of sperm whales had taken in an adult bottlenose dolphin. The researchers spotted the unusual group in the ocean surrounding the Azores, about 1,600 kilometers off the coast of Lisbon, Portugal. They observed the animals for 8 days as the dolphin traveled, foraged, and played with both the adult whales and their calves. When the dolphin rubbed its body against the whales, they could sometimes return the gesture. Among terrestrial animals, cross-species interactions are not common at all, but alliances between sperm whales and bottlenose dolphins are extremely rare. Number 11. Male cat and baby rabbits. Introducing Mango, a very special ginger male cat who not only absolutely loves to take care of his local kittens in her hometown of Louisville, USA, but also treats baby rabbits as if they were her own offspring. Mango was found under the decking of the owner's house shortly after he was born, and despite giving away 4 of his fellow siblings, the pet owner decided to keep Mango and his sister Chloe. The owner says Mango has a long history of caring for foster kittens, but also taking care of baby rabbits is something else. Mango mistook the adorable baby rabbits for kittens as soon as he saw them and immediately jumped into the pen and started cleaning them. As for the rabbits, at first they were terrified of the big orange cat, but as soon as they realized that Mango meant no harm, and they accepted him as his surrogate father. Number 10. Greyhound and baby owl. In the childhood fairy tale, it was the owl and the pussycat who were best friends, but in real life, it is the greyhound and owl that form a special friendship at an animal center. The 6-month-old greyhound Torquay adopted tiny baby owl Shrek when she was taken from her mother for her own protection. After just 3 days, keepers feared Shrek's mother would eat her first clutch if she became stressed. Adoptive dad Torquay is now guarding the rare birds at the home of the head falconer John Picton, and the happily family used to spend their evenings watching British soap operas together. According to John, Torquay seems to have adopted Shrek as his daughter and is now very protective. He follows her around at home and keeps his eye on her. Their friendship started slowly as John introduced the unlikely pair gradually, first by feeding 3-inch-high Shrek meals of marsh rats and quail in the same room, and then holding them close so Torquay could smell her. Number 9. Cows and wild boar piglet. According to animal cognition experts, one thing we know about pigs, both wild and domestic, is that they are very socially complex. In the wild, they live in a social group. A male will be with several females, their babies and immature males, and in captivity it has been observed time and again that housing pigs alone makes them very unhappy. When you put them together, they get stimulated and they need and just blossom. So it actually comes as no surprise that an orphaned wild boar piglet from Germany has found a new family. A herd of milk cows. 16-year-old Jakob Kraft, whose family owns a nearby farm in Germany town of Göttingen, was the first to spot the little boar mingling among the cows on one of the family meadows. Jakob said he saw the cows gently pushing the boar with their heads and treating him like they were one of his own. Number 8. Coco the gorilla and Kittens. On June 19, 2018, Coco, the famous gorilla who learned to communicate in sign language, died peacefully in her sleep at the age of 46. But instead of being sad, let's take a look at one of the most touching episodes from Coco's long and eventful life. When Coco turned 44, her trainer, Francine Patterson, introduced her to a litter of kittens. Heartwarming footage shows Coco taking her time before attempting to pick one of the kittens up, as if allowing them the chance to get up used to her first. She then scoops up a little gray kitten in her hand, and after bringing the cat up to her face to take a closer look, she strokes its belly with her index finger before tucking it under her arm for a cuddle. Later, another little kitten is filmed desperately trying to get out of the animal carrier bag in order to snuggle up to Coco. Number 7. Monkey and stray puppy. In the summer of 2016, a macaque monkey in the southern India became an internet sensation after it adopted a homeless puppy. In a series of touching photographs taken by local people, the monkey can be seen feeding and protecting the tiny puppy as though it were its own baby. Another photo shows the monkey picking dirt and fleas off a little dog in a cleaning session in the middle of the street. The monkey even showed its aggressive side, baring its teeth to frightening off stray dogs to protect the pup. Even a bowl of food was put out for the pair, and the monkey stepped back and let the little puppy eat its fill first before it even got any. Number 6. Huskies and rescue kittens. When Rosie the kitten was only 2 weeks old, she was orphaned by her mother and discovered by the Bowie sisters Tho and Thai and Tram. The Bowie sisters have experienced fostering and bottle feeding animals, so when they see little Rosie living on the streets of San Jose, California, they know they had to do something. The 3 sisters brought the kitten home with them, bottle feeding the tiny ball of fluff and encouraging her to breathe. However, luck wasn't on Rosie's side, and the little kitten grew increasingly lethargic and weak. This is where the sisters' husky Lilo stepped in an adorable display of affection. Lilo managed to coax Rosie towards her, protecting the kitten and allowing her to nestle into her side for hours. Incredibly enough, after the first night, Lilo's maternal instincts kicked in and she even allowed little Rosie to suckle her, stimulating the baby kittens to help her go to the washroom. Number 5. Donkey and sick puppy. According to the owner of Felice Caputo, the 1-year-old Antelopes shepherd Kilimo was born with wobbler syndrome, a spinner condition that gives her a shaky gait and makes it painful to stand. As a result, Colime spends most of the day crutching instead of playing and running with other dogs. Luckily, Colime's desire for championship was noticed by Paolo Caputo, otherwise mischievous and stubborn 6-year-old donkey. After an initial calm moment of interference, Paolo saw Colime's difficulties and took her under his wing. In fact, the only time of day Colime finds the energy to stand up and play is when her owner takes her to Paola. Number 4. cat and baby hedgehogs. A mother hedgehog's life was cut short when she was mowed down only a few days after she had given birth to 8 beautiful babies. In an effect to save their lives, the Samburu Zoo in Russia took them in and attempted to feed them milk with syringes, bottles, and saucers. Unfortunately, the babies refused until a cat named Muska stepped into the plate. The black and white mama cat had been actively nursing her kittens during the day, but the zoo was shocked to see she had started feeding the hedgehogs at night. Muzika's milk was enough to ensure all 8 babies survived, and they can now successfully feed on their own. Number 3. Belgian Shepherd and Owl. For years, photographer Tanja Bada has made it her mission to capture magnificent photos of animals and wildlife. Recently, the German artist found a new challenge when she photographed the unique bond between 2 unlikely friends, Ingo and Belgian Shepherd. In the Polgi, a 1-year-old owlet, the baby owlet and dog have a special relationship, and their affection towards each other couldn't be any more evident. Ingo lovingly guards Polly, who appears doesn't know how to live free. Number 2. Cat and baby squirrels. Kit Kat, a black mother cat, adopted 4 unusual foster children when they are 4 lovely squirrels that fell out of a tree after a terrible rainy storm. A local resident found the squirrels and brought them to the neighbor who owns a Kit Kat. The 4 squirrel babies fit right in with the other male cats, started nursing them soon after they were introduced. What's interesting is that the cats normally hunt rodents such as squirrels, but these squirrels are getting along fairly well with their feline siblings so far. A few years ago, a caring cat took it upon herself to take care for a pair of baby squirrels she found in her own yard. She brought them many merry comings. The cat's owner revealed the importance of her cat's active kindness. Many years ago, my cat rescued 2 baby squirrels from the yard. Trying to find them proper help is how I became a wildlife rehabilitator. Number 1. A hen and 7 ducklings. Hilda the hen hatched a clutch of ducklings after accidentally sitting on the wrong nest of eggs. The broody hen nested over the 5 eggs for a month, apparently unaware that they had been laid by a duck. Farm owner Philip Palmer was also unaware of this, as Hilda barely left the duck eggs alone until they hatched after 28 days, and even when tiny ducklings emerged instead of fluffy yellow chicks, Hilda wasn't discouraged and adopted the babies as her own. It would seem that the only time Hilda will realize the difference is when her brood waddles down to the pond and float, something chickens cannot do. Apparently Hilda doesn't seem bothered at all, and the ducklings follow her around just as chicks would. Why do animals adopt babies of other species? Can animals be altruistic? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe for more upcoming content.